We did a few jumps there. That was quite successful. Trig did a few with me. I did the first one. He didn't want to come. I just had a look up there. Got back, said, Trig, do you want to go for a little fly on the ship? He said, all right. So he come up with me and we flew around for a bit. He's quite good in the ship. I wasn't sure how he'd go, you know, but he seems to like it. So when we got back, um, we did about 6 jumps. Well, I did 6. He did about 5 or so. No, hang on. I did. Oh, we would have done 5 each, wouldn't we, buddy? So I did the first one. He did the second, third, and fourth, and then I did maybe 4 each. But yeah. So I said, "Oh, you go up in your ship, Tricky." So he went up, flew his over. I think he went over somewhere, stopped off, had a wee. He's got his own little UFO one that animals can fly. Because they don't have the hands to, so they got to do it with their minds. So so they flew that one round and stopped, had a wee, and got back in, flew it back, um, come back again. Uh, yeah, so we had a few jumps. It was good. I had a couple there too, just to look around, and I just wanted to see how Trigger'd go up in a ship. Um, you don't notice much on the ground. It's like nothing happens, but I know we've been up, so you just come back to where you were, So until we're more, Trigger's probably a bit more awake to it, so he doesn't feel like he wants to do it so much. I'm more eager to get up and really wake up to it. Um, I remember when we were camping, we went for a bit of a flight together, just with the superpower together. Trig can't really go too far out in space, but he got out to where I put the ship that time. But so yeah, I think everyone enjoys that, Put on the voice. Hey, Triggy, you say hello. Where is he? Say hello. Oh, you want to say hello? You say hello, Triggy? Triggy, say hello. No. He doesn't like the video. Probably people been bothering him at home. I don't know. Try not to bother him. He's just a dog. So anyway, he's just had his little flight up there in his first little spaceship on his own. He went up on his own and in his had a good bit of a fly around, and you know uh, excuse me. So he's worked hard really for what he's got. He's loved me all the way. As soon as I met him, we loved each other, and he got his little superpower, which for him's enough. He can't fathom being the whole universe, so he's just his own little area in this sort of sphere. Crypto always had the lesser power than Superman. Crypto just can move things around, do a bit of this and that. Fly around. It's just a bit of fun, bit of company. And he's happy with that. But he likes his little ship. That's I found out. When we went in the big one together, I loved it. He was up in the seat. He was really sitting up tall, looking out and really enjoying that. I think I wanted to take him down the beach, wash his eye out. It's got a bit of gunk in it. Something's got in there and it's sort of upsetting it. Mine was a bit upset this morning, so I wonder if it's a satellite watching us or upsetting his eye. He's not sleeping properly or something. So whoever it is, just give us a break. We're just trying to be ourselves. Nothing amazing happening here at the moment. It's just we're just testing the waters. We're just finding out what we can do with our lives. You can't just have people expect to sit and just watch TV all day. It's there's not special. There's nothing on there. It's mind numbing. We've got to propel this world into the next stage and. If we're pioneers, we're going to do our bit. We can't just keep sitting on our hands and expecting something else to happen, or Elon Musk or Bill Gates or someone to come along and do it. That's not their thing. It's Elon's following certain people, Tesla, and in his ventures, he's doing his own thing. Everyone's probably expected, what does Elon Musk do? We'll do what he does. What does Bill Gates do? We'll do what he does. Bill Gates has made an operating system. He's done all these other things, and he's had his turn. Really, he's got to that age now where he's had his family and whatever. He's just doing his own little thing. With his real estate, whatever he's got. He's had his shot. Like in terms of business, really. I mean, you got to let other people step up. Even Elon Musk getting a little bit long in the tooth for all that. He's done his satellites, done his cars. He's done. I mean, what more does one man want? He's been the richest man in the world. Give other people a bit of credit, a bit of space, a bit of support to get out there and do something that they want to do. That's this is the way to do it. Really, you got to have that connection to space from Earth with a superpower first of all, to get out there, and you got to be able to transform. That's the other thing. If you can't do that, how are you supposed to survive in space as a human being? You're not going to do it, or an animal. You're going to be able to survive unless you can transform into your evolved spiritual self. Spiritual is probably the wrong word. I'd say Kryptonian self. You got to be able to transform to your Kryptonian self, which is what your spirit evolves into if you give it enough nurturing, if you find the right mix. And it's not some science experiment. It's a natural cause of progression of my life. So you should respect that and give it some space to breathe. I'm not doing anything unnatural here, or anything unexpected, or anything strange, or anything. It's just the next progression age of humanity on Earth. And, it's the next thing. It's a bit daunting with people who aren't doing it. It always is. I mean, people look at space rockets like, wow, what are they doing? Oh, and there's always people saying, don't do it, dude. You're going to ruin the environment. You'll blow people up. But what I'm doing is pretty safe. It's all very well thought ahead. I'm 8 months ahead of myself. What I'm thinking 8 months ahead all the time. What I'm doing there is what I'm 8 months later is what I'm doing then. It's very well thought out progress. Probably the only thing is I can't enjoy it that well because I'm not married. If I was married, I'd really embrace it more. Having that not just partner support, but that worldwide support and acceptance that this is something we're doing on Earth. It's not some alien coming to Earth. This is the Earth evolving for a reason. To protect it from the past we've been through, and we don't want to relive that. So we don't want wars, and all that sort of stuff. Look, if you come up with robots and things to fight Superman, it's probably just a bit of fun for him, like playing with toys. You go and fight them and blow them up. A bit like, a bit like playing Space Invaders for him, I guess. So that's quite alright. But if you're going to threaten his life, just grow up a bit. What are you really trying to achieve there? If it's all good fun, well, fine. But just don't go about just trying to destroy someone else's life because you think it's not important. It's very important to me. So, and Trigger and all the other ones out there wanting to be superheroes or super people or expand their world into space from Earth. There's only so much you can do with Earth before you got to grow up and get out there and find new ground and find new things. I still like all the things we've done, but I did that so long ago. All the hunting, gathering, and all the other industry and stuff. I just feel like doing it much that way anymore. Just the old-fashioned way. I like the new age approach. It's almost like dreaming, conjuring, and then enjoying what you've made in a way that you don't realise you've done it. So when you find it, it's a surprise. It's like almost being Santa Claus to yourself. You're sort of creating this stuff to find and then go, wow, when I find my spaceship, I want to be blown away. I want to be like, oh my God, incredible. And then get in and go, wow, look at this crypto, and go, boom, fly away. And that's how I want it to feel, when I really experience it. I want to almost have forgotten about it by then and just go, what's happening? I'll just float off into space, like the Green Lantern, I suppose, when he first finds that pod and the bubble grabs him and flies him away. A bit like that, but not maybe not quite so brutal, but. That's how he finds his power. It comes to find him, It's almost like fate, and he's got no choice. It's a bit like the way this happens, It's or is happening. I don't want to like the story. I don't want it to be predictable like the story on TV and all violent and all malicious and blowing up cities. And I want it all to be really creative and inspiring and amazing and loving and romantic. And it's just finding my love interest. It's the tricky part. I'm trying to find someone to be my bride or be my girlfriend and the mother of my children and someone to love me and love that person I am and someone to evolve and grow with me. I want her to become a superwoman one day and whether it's this life or the next for her, I'm not sure, but I'm willing to wait for that. But why not? Why not give it a go? It's not all like goody two shoes stuff. You can be whatever you want to be. You can be a monster even, you can even be some kind of Dracula, a phantom, be whatever you want to be, just be a regular person too, and just a super mum, just go out with the girls, do what you want. I don't really mind as long as you love me at the end of the day. Come home, cook tea with me, wash the clothes and with me and, do the housework and I like that base, where you're doing your own things and taking care of your own home. Then you can have pride in what you're doing and where you're living. I look around my home. I feel proud of this effort. I think I'm thankful they gave me this place. It's been hard living here, having that attention on me from whoever it was. Whether it was paparazzi or Catholics or someone or some technology company. After I said I wanted to build a non-binary computer, and so maybe that threw them. They thought, "Oh, what's this about? We've got to find out." So. Well, no, study your business. I'm just letting you know that's what I'm doing. I've done it now in space with no one knowing, so I didn't want anyone to know, so I just kept flying off. No one could see that. So I've done all that, and I'd love to make some things for Earth too, not just for space. I'd love to be heaven on Earth and bring in some new different cars or something. I might start trying to build, the first sort of flying car might be good. Might even try doing it by hand. I think it would be really interesting. Like not as a dream, but I'll do some projects and just do those things by hand here. I probably have to transform, like be a superpowered being to really do it properly. But I want to do it in front of my eyes. Not sort of out in space like a dream. But yeah. Anyway, that's 30 minutes. Peace out. Have a good day. We might go for a drive or something. See ya. Street Fighter. He's like, that's like Superman too, Ken. He's similar. He's full of flame inside and through his eyes or through his hands. It's all similar. And, hopefully I get married and my wife grooms me up a bit. It's her job to groom me. I can't do it myself. Not her job, but her community and her friends, and roping it all into something nice. I want her to groom me how she wants me to be, and I think girls are into decorating. Decorate me up, give me the loving touch. What women are good at, I'll do all the work, but I just want her to groom me and tell me what she wants. Anyway, I'll see you later. Ken, over and out. Ken. It's there. It's hard to see because I'm fat in the face. I'm fat in the nose. I've got extra chunk. I'm Ken with extra chunk. Chunk.